Hi, I'm Xander. It's nice to meet you. I'm a Salesforce consultant for a company that doesn't exist, providing a hypothetical digital transformation project for another company that doesn't exist. Now, before we get started today, I'm just going to go through a quick agenda for this meeting. We'll try to keep it fairly short. We'll start off identifying the current state of your company, what opportunities there are, the objectives for this transformation project, and then we'll be performing a demo utilizing some assumptions based on personas that we've generated prior to this and provided you a copy of. Now, what we heard about your current state. Google Cloud Farm is a startup that's seen great success and year-on-year growth since its establishment in 2020. You're passionate about combining sustainable materials with modern technology to an eco-friendly ranch where this all takes place. You currently perform both business-to-business and business-to-customer sales of innovative wool-based technology accessories. Now, with your growth, you've expanded pretty quickly, and you found that with your current sales system in place, it's just not scalable. Your sales team is starting to report concerns with data accuracy and visibility, leading to a worse experience for your clients. Further, you've also found that onboarding a new team in this growth phase has become challenging due to a lack of a unified system and poor collaboration. Now, what we heard from you about these key challenges. Firstly, we understand that you want more accurate reporting and accurate data with a single source of truth for that sales team that is constantly up to date. Beyond this solution provider needs to be scalable as your business continues to grow and grow year on year. What we think this will lead to is better sales enablement with a higher conversion percentage of your leads, with more customers being served in a quicker and efficient manner. Beyond this, really at the heart of the project is a greater need for productivity and collaboration, which will benefit your internal team and your customers. So what's the objective of this project? Well, we want to improve the accuracy and scalability of your current sales tracking and management system by implementing a new CRM, leading to a better customer experience. I'm not going to spend too much time on this as we have provided you copies of these personas, but going through them very quickly, we'll be exploring our Salesforce demo org, predominantly through the persona of a SDR team from your organization. We've made some assumptions about their daily tasks, a day in their life, their goals, and some of their blockers. We'll also touch base very briefly on a persona based on the account executive team, and a persona based on the director of sales and higher VPs in your company. I'm going to head into a demo now within Salesforce. Before I get to that stage, I just want to say thank you. We'll move across now. Hello and welcome to your Salesforce organization. We've created a custom app and included things like your brand identity, and we've included on this top left-hand side corner of the screen your company's logo, as well as used some emojis to represent your company throughout this project. All of the UI elements are within the provided hex codes of your brand identity. This is a home screen that your sales reps would see upon first opening up this customized application. On the right-hand side, we have things like today's tasks, including some emails and calls that need to be sent off, as well as a quick link to a meeting that will be occurring later on today. We can see as well several fields, such as some recommendations provided by Salesforce Assistant, and your recently accessed records or opportunities, as well as a very brief overview of your quarterly goal based on your performance targets. Like we said before, we were focusing more on the experience for the SDR and the assumptions provided therein by their persona. Now, looking at the lead list, this is automatically prioritized by the lead status and priority fields. From your conversations, you would like to have leads that aren't contacted within 24 hours to be prioritized as someone we need to get in touch with urgency. So we've set up an automation that if a lead isn't contacted within 24 hours, that priority field will automatically be updated, be top of the list for your SDR to be performing a call and reach out the next day. Now, whilst we're making outbound calls as well, following up leads, we'll also get inbound calls as well. And we know that for some of your SDR team, this might be their first sales job. We've created a walkthrough call script that will make sure that they get all the required fields necessary. We'll fill that out with you now, just in this bottom left corner of the screen. Provided a sample call script which is easily changed, but assuming that we require the name of our customer, a fairly safe assumption, we'll call them Damon in this instant, with a surname of Appleseed. Now, when we're talking to Damon, we're going to ask for his phone number and email address, so we'll fill in these fields as well. And Damon is calling from a company who also sells technology-related accessories. They're looking to place a fairly large order through you soon if they're aligned with the values that your company brings and the products that they offer. Now Damon, he's pretty busy. He kind of prefers to be sent a text message with any updates instead of jumping on a phone call. And he just wants to know a little bit more about your current range of cases that are available in high volume. He's also requested to be followed up with this information by next Monday, the 19th, by 2 p.m. Filling out that call script creates that record immediately. We can now search for him in this list. Now we can see that because Damon hasn't existed for more than 24 hours, his lead priority isn't high yet. Going into the record, we can see the initial questions, but what we can also see as well, and I'll show you in the upcoming activities pane in this top right-hand corner, that we know that we need to follow up the initial questions of Damon via a text message before the 19th. Again, this is all automated so that your sales team can work more efficiently. So we're going to head back to the leads list. We might leave Damon alone for now. Having a look at some of our other leads here, we can see that some of them are on that high priority status. We'll have a look. Now Tommy, for example, let's say we get in touch with him as he's a high priority lead. We find out that he's a great fit for our company's products and offering. I'm going to skip through that conversation in a very brief way and immediately mark him as a converted lead, creating a new contact, an opportunity for him. Wonderful. So, having a look at the opportunities list as well, we can see that for some of your previous opportunities, there's no consistency in their naming scheme, making it kind of challenging to have a really quick look and assessment of where you're at. Now, we've introduced an automation tool that when a new opportunity is created, it follows a predefined naming scheme of the account name and the opportunity date for closing, just letting you have a better look more quickly, understanding your data more efficiently. If we're having a look at our expectations of our account executives, specifically looking at growing and maintaining core account teams, we've also introduced a rating field on the right-hand side of your list view, which is assigned as default to any account executive. We've introduced custom logic that should an account be spending more than a certain amount as annual revenue, we'll assign them into one of these categories. And every time that that annual revenue field is updated, it will revalidate that. Having a look at one of these example accounts here, what we see as well is that if a billing address changes, typically that shipping address will change as well. So we've reintroduced some automation that should one field change, it will reflect on the other field as well, just saving your team more time. I'll give you an example here. Having a look at Miraz McDermott, if we give an example billing address of 42 Wallaby Way in Sydney, we can filter that information into the billing address field and it will automatically copy it across to the shipping address field. Once again, these little changes that just make your team's lives a little bit easier. I'll show you here. Wonderful. One thing that we've included as well is country and state pick lists, so that again, we're trying to keep the data as consistent as possible here moving forward. One of the needs that was identified for your organization, especially from the director level, is to have a bit more of an idea of what's happening in a really big picture. So we've created a reporting dashboard and customized reports to tell you the information that you need. This dashboard shown provides adoption rates, information about the current state of your alpacas that are the really heart and soul of your business, as well as then sales, win rates, and volume amounts by your team, broken down into several categories. This of course can be customized as needed. We've made a lot more changes under the hood and we're looking forward to showing you them in more detail, but for now, we'll leave it here, say thank you, and we'll look forward to continuing our work with Woolly Cloud Farm.